Hey, aloha. If you're listening to this, I know that the woman that you love, the mother of your children, is in trouble right now. She's either in rehab and getting ready to come out. She could be on her way there. You may be trying to figure out, is this the right time for her to go? How the heck can you help her? I understand what it's like to be in your position. And I want to let you know that you don't have to do this alone. It is very, very overwhelming and scary to watch the person that you love disintegrate and fall apart. It happens so much more frequently than any of us care to admit, especially with moms, with the hormones and all these crazy things happening in our bodies after we have kids. Um, we put a lot of people first and then we forget to take care of ourselves and we turn to old coping mechanisms and then they get out of hand. And something that was normal and innocent in the beginning turns into a crutch. And then unfortunately it turns into a poisonous experience for your beautiful beloved. So I just wanted to give you guys a little quick um experience of what you might be going through and what's going to happen when she's out. Things are going to have to change. Your whole house is going to have to change. The way that you interact with her and with each other is going to change. The way that the kids interact, not having triggers around the house that could, put her in a place where she feels like, well, screw it. I might as well. Nobody's watching. Um, you want to be in a position where you're going to fortify her success with your strength. And that's where I come in. So I don't know if you had a doula or a midwife when your babies were born. We had, my ex-husband and I had a doula. She was there more for my husband than for me at the time. Certainly she was there for me. But, of course, I'm having the baby screaming, you know what it's like, right? And then you're like, what do I do? So you're not supposed to be equipped to handle this all by yourself. You have other responsibilities. Her friends are going to be overwhelmed with things. And so having a coach, having a sobriety Sherpa, that's me, who's been there, done that, fallen off the mountain a couple times. I know where the slippery rocks are. It's important to have somebody in your corner if you're serious about long-term sobriety and health and wellness for yourself, for your family, and uh, for your beautiful wife. So this is a lot. It's a lot to take in, and I wish my husband at the time had me 9 years ago. I wish my kids had somebody like me, like the services that I offer you and your wife, and it could have made a whole difference. Who knows, right? But the point is, you do have me. You have me in your pocket. I do daily work with my clients. I only work with a couple clients at a time, maximum 5 a year. And I don't work with 5 at the same time. That's too many. Um, it's a lot. A lot of people think, go to coaching, go to therapy. You see your person once a week, and it's like, well, what the heck do you do the other 6 days and 23 hours? A lot of people work with 12-step programs. For me personally, that's why I created 11x Love Method, was because I don't agree with the shame. I don't agree with the names. I don't agree with labels. I don't think your wife has a disease. I think she has, again, a coping mechanism and something that she was trying to use to self-soothe, to fit in socially, to numb the pain. And it's a long process. This isn't like going to the auto body shop after she got at a big mess and they're going to go polish her up and fix her up as good as new. It's not how it works. Unfortunately, that's kind of the energy that my husband gave me when I came out of rehab 9 years ago. And it was really like, there is no back to business as usual. Like, we were married for 14 years, the dinner parties and the fancy wine and the everything. Like, I was a DJ. I traveled around the world and got paid to party. So everything had to shift, and he was not supported enough, nor were my children. And I certainly wasn't afterwards by the place that I went to rehab at. And it was just like, well, we'll call you once a month and check in. And I'm like, well, what do I do? And they're like, well, you need to go find a therapist and go find this, go find that. And it was just like, I literally felt like I was getting kicked to the curb naked and did not know what to do. So I spent a lot of my time vetting therapists, and it was just like, this isn't working for me. You know, I could have used a sober coach. I could have used somebody like me. And the way that I work with people is holistically. If one part of your system is falling apart, it pulls the whole system down, plain and simple. And so your wife is part of your family system. And what's happening is you're getting pulled down, your kids are getting pulled down, everything around you, your business, everything is impacted by this. And so in addition to supporting you and your children, I am not a therapist. I'm not a doctor. I am a coach, and I'm here to guide you in certain directions, give you some tools to rebuild. And if you do need therapy, I will help you figure out how to ask the right questions that work for you in your particular situation. Holistically speaking, if your wife's body is not doing well, if her hormones are off, that could be a trigger that could cause her to feel overwhelmed, anxious, depressed. She might start drinking again. If she's not learning how to self-regulate and talk to the kids when they're fighting and at it, that could also be a trigger. If she's not managing her time and not sleeping, if she's not understanding, her business and money and how things are affecting her mental health, that could cause a trigger. If the environment that she's in is toxic and doesn't serve her, that could cause a trigger. And so all of these things are interconnected. So I work with her on how to design a life that covers all of these bases. There's 11 areas. There's God in the middle, love, spirit, universe, whatever it is that you call the divine. I work with that, and whatever your wife's beliefs are. But I'm very, very spiritual. I believe that God has to be at the center of success. I've tried things when God was in a separate bucket over here and loves up here. Didn't work. So what I want you to do is be gentle on yourself. I know as a man, your job is to fix things, and you feel anxious and helpless when you can't. Like, just get in there and just make everything nice. I'm on your team for that. Okay. And I want you to book a call with me if you want. Book a call with your wife. If you don't feel confident talking to her yet about it and you want to talk to me separately, that's fine. I want you to know that I'm in both of your corners and your family's corner. Okay. And I'm here primarily to serve her and obviously be the wind beneath all of your wings. But twice a day, if you guys decide you want to work with me, twice a day, she communicates with me. We do a big deep dive at the beginning of every month, and certainly at the beginning of our session, whether we work together for 90 days or 1 year. Those are the two ways that people work with me. And then each week we have about an hour and a half meeting, and we do some lifestyle design and planning. And then twice a day, and this is required. This isn't optional. She has to check in with me and let me know how she's doing, what's going on, what she's struggling with, what is she winning. I have a certain formula of how, I do these check-ins, and that keeps the lifeline attached. Okay. And that way she's not falling through the cracks and having that 6 days and 23 hours of, oh my God, what do I do? So this is super important. And this is not something that I've seen any other coach offer. And this is 7 days a week. So I'm available to your wife 7 days a week. I also work with you and your kids if needed and if desired to just have discussions and conversations about what's going on for you. What can we do to support you? And what can we do to make the unit, your beautiful family, solid and whole? Again, I'm not a therapist, I'm a coach, but I'm here to give you tools. Okay. And so use me. You guys do not want to have to go up and down the roller coaster again. Divorce, very, very expensive. Okay. If you're not interested in a divorce and you want to keep your marriage together, this is an opportunity for you to stay on the path of keeping your family and your marriage whole. Okay. And you want to have a happy, wonderful, grounded wife and mother of your child. So make a call, set up an appointment with me, and hopefully I'll see you guys together. And if I'm not the right person for you, please let me know if there's somewhere I can guide you and refer you, because I know how hard this is. I really do. And you don't have to do it alone. So let me know, and you guys can click the button and get a chemistry call with me to see if we're a good fit. I do not work with everybody that applies for a variety of reasons. So just know that it has to be a great fit, because I want there to be success. And because I've been doing this for a while, I know what it looks like when we're a good match. And unfortunately, I've learned my lessons when it's not a good match. So I do not accept everybody as a client. That's it. So my name's Valerie. DJ Valerie B Love is what I go by. And hopefully we'll have some fun, talk soon, be sober, happy, healthy, and get rocking towards a wonderful new life for your family. So thank you so much. God bless. Aloha.